Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Memphis, this time for the NRSL Digital Storm Cup Series in what is the 29th race of the 2020 season and the second race in the round of 16. 42 drivers are gearing up for 100 laps of action on this clear, sunny Saturday here in the month of September. And I'm once again joined by the man, the Freeze himself, Vince Freeze.
Welcome back to Memphis after yesterday's truck race. It's going to be a wild one, though. I think with the playoffs on the line, these guys already had a playoff race under their belt. And it being a 100-lap race instead of 80, what we saw, couldn't mix up the strategy. And, of course, got to watch out for any types of wrecks and the exit pit road.
Tyler Fink, winning a week ago at Charlotte, officially locked himself into the round of 12 with that win. So he will not have to worry about Memphis today or Chicagoland in 1 week's time. So with that said, let's take you to the starting lineup. On the front row is Sebastian Kugelon and Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Row 2, Adam Flickinger, who had a great race a week ago at Charlotte, and Nate Rogers. Row 3 is Jesse Turner and Andrew Rich. Row 4, Alex Gray, Jonathan Zorlin. And in row 5, last week's winner Tyler Fink and Priya McShane. So a lot of playoff drivers starting inside the top 10. Matthew Logan 12th. As we go through the rest of the grid, there's Ryan Brommer, Seth Cole, James Shelley near the back, Quinton Moore, Samet Oskin, a couple of guys on the outside, Ace Rogers, Jeff Toledo, and Alexander Rowe. So a lot of playoff guys starting on the outside line of the grid. So we'll have to see if they can get to the bottom and make their way up through the field. Cole Baker in yesterday's Jerky Pro Truck Series race started 42nd and went on to finish in 7th in only 80 laps time with one pit stop. So, I think anybody who starts on the outside here today has just as much of a chance to drive up to the top 10. We did have one crash going into turn 3 and a spin off turn 2 in the truck race yesterday, so we'll see how aggressive these Cup Series drivers tackle Memphis here today. 4 drivers right now outside looking in on that round of 12. Who will improve their chances here today at Memphis?
All right, well, the fun doesn't start until we ask our drivers a question. Are you ready? Drivers, will you please start your engine?
Fastest in practice was Jesse Turner. As mentioned, he starts 5th. Fastest in happy 15 minutes was Johnny Gardner. He starts 16th.
Down the back they go.
Remember, no caution flags here today. Sebastian Kugelon getting his first pole award of the season, as the pace car will make a late dive to pit road. 100 laps of action, second race in the 2020 playoffs. We are green.
Kukulon with the flyer to start in the 1 as we check the overlay speeds.
And indeed, let's do that. It was cloudy yesterday. The trucks were hitting about 140 into the corners. That's about what Kukulon hits in the turn 3.
See if they get up into 1 and 2 here. A little quicker, I think.
It's about 142 there. From what we saw in happy hour, it was about 23.2, so those should be the top speeds we'll see here today in the race. As on lap 2, Kukulon leads. Kukulon lone career win came a season ago in his rookie campaign at the Dodge Motordrome. Kukulon trying to join RCR teammate Alex Gray as a winner this season. Cole Deaver has yet to visit victory lane.
Fits 1 underneath for second on Flickinger.
And Fitzwater started second, fell in line in third, but he's making quick work right back past Adam Flickinger for second place. Fitzwater's lone win on the season comes at Nazareth, and he won at Steelback Stadium last year.
Battle of the short track studs, as I like to say, is top 5. Now Turner under threat, but top 4 single file.
And speaking of short track threats, Nate Rogers won his first career race at Richmond all the way back in 2017. And I believe he might have won at a short track last season, but here comes Alex Gray. Gray has won on every type of circuit, along with Jonathan Zorlin. Those are the two who have won on every type of track. Could one of them get the W here today? Zorlin won at Martinsville in 2019, and Gray won earlier, I believe, at another short track. No, not yet. He did not win at a short track this year, but he did win at Richmond in 2018.
Over the back, Rogers says Zorlin is also moving his way up.
Zorlin on the bumper of Tyler Fink as Fink tries to pass Jesse Turner for 6th. A lot of playoff guys up here in the top 10 compared to what we saw in the Jerky Pro truck race. And there's Cole Deaver, so all of RCR inside the top 10.
Cole Deaver still looking for that elusive number 1 on the season.
And Deaver has won multiple races in both of his prior Cup seasons. Rookie season, he won 3 times. In 2018, and then last year he won twice, so didn't get a win this year, didn't make the playoffs for the first time in his career too. So him and Johnny Gardner have that in common, as he's trying to pass Andrew Rich here for, I believe, 9th. At the front of the field, still Kukulon leading, Fitzy 2nd. Adam Flickinger 3rd, Gray 4th, and Nate Rogers in 5th. As Seth Cole has been on the move, he is closing in on a top 10 running position after starting outside the top 20.
Top 3 within a second.
And Deaver is not getting by Rich easy. Rich is making him work for it. The 23 might have a good car if he can get to the bottom.
Comes Seth Cole looking underneath Sanford.
And Deaver, I think, will finally clear Andrew Rich for 9th. But Rich battles back hard into turn 1. Oh man, Vince, that 23 car gets to the bottom, I'd be concerned. Because it looks like he might have a piece on him today.
Has to get to the bottom and get some track position, too.
Look at this.
We saw in the truck race, track position matters.
He is really working it on Cole Deaver. He might just clear him here off turn 2. It looked like Deaver had him a lap ago, but another lap later, and Andrew Rich will hold on for 9th. How about that? So Deaver will settle in 10th. Seth Cole's right there in 11th. He's won twice in 2020.
Fitzwater's heating that rear end of Kukulon.
We'll go towards the front there. Zorlin on the bumper of Nate Rogers for 5th. But as Vince mentioned, a battle for the lead between Kukulon and Fitzwater here on lap 13, coming to 14. Let's take a look. Fastest lap on the race goes to Alex Gray, a 23.223, and he's the only one in the 2. Fitzwater, Kukulon, Adam Flickinger, and Fink are all under a 23.4. Also top 10 on the lap times that are not in the top 10, LJ Toledo, Logan York, and Ace Rogers. Where do those drivers run on track? LJ Toledo, 23rd. Ace, I believe I see down in 30th. And Logan York is in 33rd.
Our lowest qualifying Chaser Rowe not doing anything today.
And Cement Oskin and Quinnen Moore have both fallen. Moore 41st, Oskin 42nd, Rowe 40th, or 39th rather. And now Rowe actually is down to 40th. Fitzy's all over the bumper of Kukulon. Gray is all over the
bumper. Yeah.
Yep. And then Nate Rogers with a bumper full of Zorlin. Fink right there in 7th as Andrew Rich has made it by Turner for 8th, and Seth Cole will follow by for 9th. So right now, it looks like the movers could be Andrew Rich and Seth Cole.
Question is, can they make up 4 seconds with a pit stop? That's the key. We saw earlier in the truck race, Cody Rhodes came in a lap early and made up some time. So let's see if that undercut works here today in the Cup race.
Right now, I want to see if Rich gains any time on the lead. No, he did not. He didn't lose a lot of time either, though. We'll have to see how he does. Seth Cole 9th as Jose Mills, who did well at Nazareth, is closing in on Turner for 10th place.
You know, this is an Ellison-Catano situation at the front. Kukulon and Fitzwater just working together in tandem and trying to pull away from Flickinger.
We'll go through the running order while they fight up at the front. Deaver sitting in 12th. Wes McCoy, 13th place. One of the 4 drivers with a win who did not make the playoffs in 2020. Matthew Logan, 2-time winner and teammate to Tyler Fink. Jessica Shelton, 15th, your Daytona 500 winner there. Did not make the playoffs. Priya McShane in 16th, won at the Dodge Motordrome. There's her teammate, Ryan Brommer. Keith Rich, Charles Sanford, and LJ Toledo now up to 20th. LJ had a pretty fast truck yesterday. Corey Williams just outside the top 20 with Ace Rogers behind him, now up to 22nd. So Ace on the move. This is your Richmond winner, similar track to Memphis. Dylan Young, 23rd, winner at Auto Club, did not make the playoffs. Tyler Markle, William Flickinger, your top 25, as Jeff Toledo is on the bottom of a 3-wide there. He's trying to move his way forward. He's racing here with what is pretty much the end of most of the pack. Austin Colano, Peter Onjak, 3-wide with Shearer, Zach Rogers, and Johnny Gardner.
Rewind here. Gardner looks the... Ooh, almost washed up.
We'll keep a watch on this for now.
Still 3 wide.
Casey Nanico back here. Alex Ferranti, Sakuli, Alexander Rowe, Carter Friesen, James Shelley, Rob Evans, Nico Tringali, Logan York, another bad day for him. There's Quinton Moore. There's Samet Oskin. That's the end of the field. They're already 12 seconds behind race leader Sebastian Kugelon. We didn't have lap traffic in the truck race, but I definitely think we'll see it today in the Cup race.
Well, we had Matthew Logan who had a wreck. But other than that, yeah, it was pretty limited as these guys are, a little fade by Fitz.
I think Fitzy's just getting so close. He's not being able to give himself a run, so he darts to the right there. That'll back him up. Meanwhile, 3rd place battle between Adam Flickinger and Alex Gray. They're about 2.5 seconds back. Zorlin has made it up to 5th. Nate Rogers now down to 8th. As Jose Mills has made it by Seth Cole. And that is the top 10 there on the leaderboard.
We are now 25% of the way home.
We're 25 laps in of 100. We're going to take a quick step aside, and we'll be back with more racing from Memphis. We're back here at Memphis. Kukulon still leading the way over Fitzwater. Adam Flickinger, Gray, Zorlin, your top 5 with Fink, Rich, Nate Rogers, Mills, and Seth Cole, the top 10. As Nico Tringali now at the back of the field. As you can see, Kugelon and Fitzwater still tail to tail. Fitzwater just hasn't been able to get to Kugelon's inside to make a move. He's gotten really close, and then he seems to get a little scared. Like right about here, we've seen him shoot up to the right. So maybe just getting a little too close to make a move.
Could be cooling off the tires too, right? You don't want to abuse those tires in the wake of somebody, and fall off is definitely real.
Yeah, the fall off is
half,
almost a second and a half here, 30 laps into the run. We saw the trucks go about 44, 45 laps in cloudy conditions. We would expect the Cup cars to at least hit that here in clear weather, but we expect a one-stop race. Mostly even 24/7 back-to-back laps, so the fall off is pretty steady here. It looks like they might have already hit the cliff. But now Kukulon trying to inch back away. Fitzwater looking to get a win and put himself into the round of 12 there with Tyler Fink. As Adam Flickinger continues to hold on to third. Kukulon is the only playoff driver in the top 5. On top of that...
Ooh, Gray.
Gray, man, getting aggressive here.
Comes Zorlin.
On top of that, the only other non-playoff drivers in the top 10 is Mills, Nate Rogers, and Wes McCoy, down 8th to 10th. So this is the battle for third. Meanwhile, Andrew Rich has made it by Tyler Fink for 6th. We think he's got the best car on the track, but right now, tire wear's there, and he's 5 seconds behind race leader Sebastian Kukulon. As for a second, I thought someone was pitting, but it's just Matthew Logan passing Seth Cole for 11th. And now he's looking for 10th on Wes McCoy. He dives it in there to turn 1.
Good run there off the exit. Let's see what he can do in a 3.
One of the 2 wins Matthew Logan has on the season came back at Martinsville. Seeing a lot of guys with short track wins near the front. Priya McShane there, a couple positions back. You've got Mills in the top 10 who came close at Nazareth. Fitzy who won Nazareth. Nate Rogers who's won at short tracks. Andrew Rich, Jonathan Zorlin, Alex Gray, Adam Flickinger. Adam Flickinger with the win at North Wilkesboro this year. As Matthew Logan will pass Wes McCoy for 10th place there, and now Seth Cole will look to get back to 11th.
Fitzwater is now a 10th away from Kukulon. He's all over that.
And the top 2 continue to pull away from Adam Flickinger, as Andrew Rich is holding steady. As they're going to go 3 wide here. Seth Cole, Logan, and McCoy. So put Seth Cole back into the top 10.
Fitzwater's pitting.
Where did the 59 go? Did he indeed go down pit road?
There he is. I saw him.
There's Zachary Fitzwater Sr. on the pit road at lap 38. Seems a tad early.
This is going to be a great call for Fitzwater, though, if indeed everyone's got a pit in the next couple laps, and this is a 2-stop race.
And Alex Gray is by Adam Flickinger for 2nd. Someone else is on pit road there at the back. But there's so much racing going on, I can't really get a pin on him. And it's Ryan Brommer.
Another chaser.
So interesting strategy here. If indeed nobody can make it on one stop, pitting early here is quite the call. However, if they can, this is a terrible decision for playoff drivers Fitzwater and Brommer.
Now here comes some more.
Carter Friesen's on pit road. Jesse Turner on pit road as Kukulon continues to stay out. Adam Flickinger will dive it down at lap 40.
There is no way you can make it 60 laps, 61 laps. So there's definitely a 2-stop going on here.
We're going to go to the pit lane 2 camera, and we're just going to kind of sit here for a while.
Kukulon will be the first one shot.
We'll keep the camera pinpointer on Kukulon as he stays out. So Gray now 2nd, Sorlin 3rd, Rich 4th, Fink in 5th. And so far, no takers for pit road here on lap 41. But this shot will not change for a while. We want to know when guys are pitting. There's cars all over the track right now.
Every lap that goes by is kind of concerning for Fitzwater, Brommer.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, if these guys can make it on one stop, I don't understand the reason to pit at lap 40. An interesting strategy to say the least, but I don't really understand it right now. As we hit lap 44, every lap we get closer to those guys making it on one stop.
Wanted to abuse the tires is the only thing I could think of behind Kukulon is here we go.
One thing I want to point out, though, is Andrew Rich has chopped the lead down to 4.66 seconds on Sebastian Kukulon, and that margin was 5.1 seconds about 5 to 10 laps ago. So Andrew Rich is really chopping it down. Now you can see 4.4 seconds. If you get that 23 car out in some clean air with some fresh tires, he might just be the man to challenge Sebastian Kukulon, similar to how LJ Toledo was making a late charge on Lucas Catano yesterday.
So we still wait for the next take, or no one.
So the only people to pit were Fitzwater, Adam Flickinger, Brommer, Turner, and Friesen.
Now there is one question. If these guys somehow stretch it to 60 laps,
well, it would be quite the undertake.
Yeah, it'd be an incredible. There's no yellows, so we don't have to worry about that.
But right now, I mean, the closer they get to lap 50, they're on lap 47 now. I really do not understand the call to pit at lap 40. Unless it's a way to try and get a bonus point. But even then, you're going to have to pit again for fuel only at the end of the race. And you're not going to finish where you were running.
Only way this works is if they somehow stretch it to lap 60, 61.
I don't know if they can do that. I think they can stretch it to lap 95, but I don't think they're going to stretch it to lap 100. It looks like 50 laps is quite feasible, so we'll have to see if anyone tries to push it 55 or more.
If someone pushes it to 60, then there's a chance the guys who came in early might have been stolen the show, but even then. And I think Kukulon just made it halfway.
Kukulon's going to hit lap 50 this time by, as you look at Gray. Rich is passing Jonathan Zorlin for third. And I know this is pretty uncommon for us to just sit here at pit lane exit, but we really expected these drivers to come to pit road. And at this point,
and no one expect once them, we leave it, they'll come down.
And Kukulon officially hits lap 50.
Here we go.
And here's a taker. It's Tyler Fink. So Fink is going to pit right at halfway. I believe that's Priya McShane and Corey Williams down as well. Cole Deaver, Charles Sanford, and Logan York to pit road on lap 51. Here comes Sebastian Kukulon.
Might be the rest of the field.
Gray, Rich, Sorlin, the next three in. So Rich is kind of right there. He's got a shot at this, maybe. As pretty much everybody else will come to pit road. I think a couple of drivers staying out.
Yeah.
As we get a nice shot of Rob Evans on pit road here. There's Adam Flickinger. As Ace Rogers is the first one to come down this time by.
Dylan Young stayed out.
Ferranti, Shelley, Jeff Toledo also stayed out. Or they just came in, rather. Dylan Young, as you said, stayed out. Fitzy looks like the clear leader once Dylan Young comes to pit road. And there comes Dylan Young.
53 laps on a fuel tank, I mean.
Kukulon on the racetrack right here with Adam Flickinger for position.
Oh.
And Flickinger is going to get stuck behind Oskin. We'll see what 13-lap tire difference does between the 78 and the 29. But Fitzwater leads the field by almost a full lap.
I still don't understand the call. There's no caution, so.
Adam Flickinger is already 5/10 off. Kukulon's right here in third. Brommer in fourth, who also pit early. There's Fink. He pit right at halfway. There's Friesen, who pit early, and then there's Andrew Rich. This is the man I really want to watch. He's got about 4.5 seconds to make up on Sebastian Kukulon. But if he can make up that ground, he might just have a shot at this win, as he's looking for 6th place on Carter Friesen. And look, the tire difference right there is just no competition for the 23 of Rich. But where is the 59? Here he is. Look, Fitzwater has gained so much time. He pit on an empty pit road. It's allowed him to lap almost the entire field, as he's got a bumper full of Alex Gray.
I guess if he pits again, he might just, I don't know. Weird call. But now he's stacking up the field behind. Mills is looking.
And this is a little dangerous for Fitzy, because if these guys get impatient, they will put the bumper to him.
Sorlin's already looking.
Sorlin has fallen behind Jose Mills after pit stops. But Andrew Rich is closing in on Sebastian Kukulon.
I think that's your race for the lead, I have a feeling.
It's down to just about 3 seconds already.
Did Kukulon get around Flickinger? Yep.
Kukulon is stuck in some lap traffic. So very interesting calls here at Memphis. Quite the strategy race.
Most Fitzwater could go on a tank of fuel is 53 laps, 54 if you want to push it. So the most he could go is to be lap 93.
Yeah, that would be about it. Lap 93, lap 94. Then he'd have to pit for a splash of fuel. That would be probably all he'd do, too. He'd probably pit for a splash of fuel, no tires, and come back onto the track. But he's not going to come back out in 2nd place, which is where he was on the first stint.
Now he's going to have problems because Coldest got his lap back. Zorlin,
They've shuffled him to the top, and he could get stuck there.
Kukul has to make up 3 seconds here in the next couple laps if he ain't careful.
Alex Gray lost a few positions, being stuck behind Fitzwater. He's trying to get one of them back here now on McShane. That would be for 12th place. So Friesen 7th, Flickinger 4th, Brommer 3rd, and Fitzy in the lead. As the one other driver who stayed out was Cole Deaver. He is down to 17th already. In fact, he's already a lap down again. Or did
Is this a call by?
Did he stay out? Was it him or was it somebody else?
Thought it was Cole Deaver.
Brommer, Friesen, Fitzwater, Adam Flickinger, and I could have sworn there was one other.
Carter Friesen, we know, right?
Yep. Nope. First, 3rd, 4th, 7th. I'm blanking on who the last person was. But anyways, Fitzy in the middle, 3 wide. That's one way.
Saving fuel.
That's
one
one
saving
way.
Fuel. Is that the only thing I can see? Is Fitzwater, Friesen, are these guys just going to lag and save fuel?
I don't know, man. That Kukulon's already got it down to 14 seconds.
Where's Rich? Rich is now a clear 3rd. He's around Brommer. He's got nothing in between him as far as lead lap cars.
So it's about a 3-second gap between Kukulon and Rich. That's the gap we're probably going to want to keep an eye on, as Kukulon gained a full 2nd. And it looks like Rich was a little faster than him. Let's take a look. Where is Sebastian Kukulon? 23.850 to Rich's 5.26. Wow. So Rich has teammate Zach Rogers in the way, who's down the last.
If I'm Rodgers, I'll let him go.
23.651 to an 8:05. Yeah, so there's 2 cars between Rich and Kukulon, and then Kukulon has a ton of traffic.
There's Fitzwater up ahead. This might be down 10 seconds here.
That's James Shelley.
Oh, same scheme.
Shelley with a bad run. Yeah, the colors are a little different, not noticeably though. Jeff Toledo in 33rd, not having a good run. Quentin Moore, 29th. Logan trying to get back up towards the top 10. He's 24th. There's Fitzwater in the lead, continuing to lose positions. Rich has the lead under, well, not the lead, but the provisional lead on Kukulon to down at about 2.5 seconds. There's Cole Deaver. Ace Rogers moving up to 18th. Alexander Rowe, 17th, started 40th.
Trying to pull what Baker did yesterday in the truck race.
Friesen has fallen down outside the top 10. Sorlin up to 10th. Seth Cole 9th. McShane 8th. Gray 7th. Brommer has now fallen down to 6th. And Flickinger down to 5th. Fink runs in 4th as Rich will move to the inside of his teammate. And Kukulon is actually being hunted down by lap car Nico Tringali.
Gonna get interesting. It's down to 10 seconds too from Fitzwater to Kukulon.
And Rich has made it past Zach Rogers. Rich ended the regular season winning at Armory Digital for his, I believe it was his 2nd win of the year, or was it his 3rd win? It was his 3rd win because he won at Charlotte and then he won at Darlington and Armory near the end of the season. He's looking for what would be win number 4 on the year.
And there's Kukulon up ahead. It's not that far.
Andrew Rich had a winless 2017 campaign, went into 2018, won the first race of the year, went on to win 7 more races. He won 8 races, but he missed the final 4 because of a bad round of 8. He went on to win that finale for his 8th win of the season. Off-season injury going dirt track racing prevented Rich from running in the 2019 season. And now back here in 2020, he's won 3 races in the Cup Series, 3 races in the Jerky Pro Truck Series. He's in the playoffs for both. He's trying to get 2 championships in 1 year. And he's got his gap from him to Kukulon down to 1.4 seconds. As Tringali is all over Kukulon's back bumper. Where is Fitzwater?
Still up ahead, yeah.
Oh, he's going to get clipped by Charles Sand for contact almost. Disastrous, and Fitzwater's coming to pit road a lot earlier than we expected. He'll pit at 26 to go. And
Does he take tires now?
That'll give the lead to Kukulon. Let's watch the pit stop of Fitzwater here. The cliff for tires, from what I saw, was about 25-30 laps. So this is an interesting call.
I don't think he'll win the race, but he could definitely sneak something here.
Now we're going to have to wait and see when Adam Flickinger, Brommer, and the other guys come to pit road. He will take right side tires. Meanwhile, Andrew Rich has his gap to Kukulon under a second. And it is a 4-tire stop for Fitzwater. As this is about to be a battle for the lead, under 25 to go. Kukulon started on the pole, led most of the early stages. Has inherited the lead back now that Fitzwater pit with his weird 2-stop strategy. But Andrew Rich, we had a feeling he was the fastest car after he fought back on the outside over Cole Deaver for about 2 laps.
Now the problem for Rich, can he get around Tringali?
And there's Brommer. Brommer has pit again. He's coming out of pit road.
That's going to hold
up Rich. And Rich is going
to
to use him as a pick. Rich ducks to the inside of Tringali right as Brommer comes on track to the inside of Kukulon. And Andrew Rich is going to use him to get the lead. What a move.
I think that might be all she wrote. Oh, here comes Flickinger.
Flickinger now coming out of pit road as well in front of the leader.
I don't know about this strategy with these
Jesse
guys.
Turner is 2 laps down. I think Turner was the other one to pit early, now that I think about it.
It was, that's right, but I don't understand that call unless they're looking for some...
So those 5 have all pit again. Brommer and Adam Flickinger are a lap down in front of the leader. Where is Fitzy? Fitzy comes out a lap down.
Maybe behind the leaders.
He actually, yeah, Fitzwater did it the best out of them all. He is right between Tyler Fink, who's in 3rd, and Alex Gray. And right now, he's running over a second faster a lap.
He'll get his lap back at this pace. Those guys' tires are going to cliff pretty soon.
They've already cliffed. They're 25, 30 laps in. You can see right there 24.7, 24.6s for Tyler Fink. So the cliff comes in pretty early, and then after that it really doesn't. They really don't fall off that much after they hit the cliff.
Only thing I can think of now for Fitzwater is he hopes the rest of the field pits are just some wacky games being played. But for now, I think Rich will go under.
So Jesse Turner has had the rotten end of this strategy. He'll put Kukulon in the middle 3 wide. Him and Friesen are both 2 laps down.
On way fresher tires though, so they'll definitely.
So there are 5 hounds out here, Vince, on 4 fresh tires, and we saw Charles Sanford almost dump.
20's got damage.
Nanico's got damage, so remember, we saw Charles Sanford almost dump Fitzwater, and now we see Nanico with back-end damage. We'll figure out where that came from at the end of the race, but Andrew Rich is being hounded by Friesen and Turner.
If I'm Rich, I let him go.
He's got a 1.5 second lead over Kukulon at 17 laps of action left.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Friesen wants to get by. These two are playoff contenders in Jerky Pro Truck Series together. Turner's not waiting any longer. He's going to try and get to Friesen's inside. That might actually help Friesen get by Rich. Ooh, they're going to split him in the middle, I think.
Here comes Fitzwater. He's right there.
Rich will yield to Turner and Friesen. As you mentioned, there's Fitzwater. He's a lap down. We'll see how many positions he can gain.
He's around the 97, so he's in 36.
And right here at 16 or 15 to go, Fitzwater will unlap himself, and there's a position right there, 34th place for Joshua Sekuli. As Andrew Rich's lead man is at 2.4 seconds.
I think that's all she wrote, folks, on that. Unless there's some wacky pitch strategy, I think it's...
Let's go through the field. Tyler Fink won a week ago at Charlotte. He's running 3rd here today. Another great run for the 34 car. Alex Gray running in 4th with Seth Cole in 5th. Sorlin 6th. Mills 7th. Corey Williams having a good rookie run in 8th. McShane 9th. And another one, Vince, started 40th, is in 10th place. Alexander Rowe.
I told you, that's still like a win. You can get up there in the top 10 from dead last almost, or even 40th. It's a win for the day. Save those points.
How about Ace Rogers? Also started on the outside line near the back. He's up to 12th place. Peter Onjak with a pretty good rookie run. There's Cole Devers, 17th. Jeff Toledo has made it back up to 19th, so we thought he was going to have a bad run. He was outside the top 30, but he's improved greatly here. There's Ryan Brommer. Brommer is still a lap down.
Well, Fitzwater is now officially past that last chart. He's probably in the top 30.
So Evans is for 21st. Brommer and Flickinger a lap down. Matthew Logan has faltered to 23rd. There's Quinton Moore. There's Logan York. Bit of a gap from York to Quinton Moore. It's about a 3-second gap. As there's Turner and there's Fitzwater. Oh, and contact's made. Ferranti's up and over.
There's the flip counter.
And Andrew Rich is going to get into it. Zach Rogers piles in. Disaster for Andrew Rich, leading this race. Does he pit? Does he stay out? He's coming to pit road.
Where's Kukulon? There's Kukulon.
And that'll give the lead back to Sebastian Kukulon. Disaster for Andrew
we had a whole
Rich.
Bunch of people pit him in it. Sebastian Kukulon with the godsend luck. Andrew Rich gets snake pinned. Oh my God.
Unbelievable. And this takes me back to Martinsville. Andrew Rich had a fast car at that short track that day too. Got in a wreck there, running second or third. That took him out of that race. And now in the late goings of the laps here at Memphis, with a round 12 lock in sight, Ferranti gets hooked in front of the leaders, and Kukulon had home and lucked right into this. Rich had nowhere to go.
Where's Fitzwater?
Was Fitzwater in that mess?
No,
he wasn't.
up.
He is up to 25th. He's 15 seconds back, though. I don't think he's got any time. But Kukulon lucking into that. So far, I'm not seeing any retirees, but Andrew Rich is going to fall all the way down to 33rd.
Tough break for Rich. What we saw, and the flip counter continues live.
Friesen, Shelley, Ferranti. That's going to be a
Friesen's
bad
gone.
day for Shelley. Kev Shearer, Sakuli involved. And Ferranti will retire. We saw him flip over. Wow, 6 laps to go, and Kukulon handed back the lead. Andrew Rich down in 33rd, a lap down.
Where's Fink? Is he second?
Tyler Fink is second, almost 4 seconds back, as Tringali and Nanico look to unlap themselves on Kukulon. I think it's too little too late for anyone to make a move unless another wreck occurs here in front of the 29.
Oh, Gray around. Gray got around.
Alex Gray up to second place. There's James Shelley. Several laps down. Car looks pretty clean to me. There's Andrew Rich.
Tough break. Well, we saw the same thing last week too, Zach, at Charlotte. That chain reaction, nowhere to go.
And lucking into it here late in the going is Sebastian Kukulon. The lead's down to just over 3 seconds, but I think he's got it on his teammate Alex Gray. 3 laps to go here. We'll take a closer look at the Ferranti wreck after the race. We still have to figure out what happened to Casey Nanico.
Yeah, there's no luck this week in the truck race too.
Gray will officially get the fastest lap on the board. Evans, Toledo, Jeff Toledo at that, Friesen, and Oskin all got under 23 threes as well. But man, Vince, that's insane.
Man, what a wait. Kukulon must have had God on his side today.
And if Andrew Rich has troubles next week at Chicagoland, man, this will be the race he looks at. Win was taken from him. The win was taken right away from him. And Kukulon, Rich is going to maybe try and unlap himself here. It's not really going to matter. He's 33rd. That's where he's finishing. Meanwhile, Fitzwater's climbed up to 13th.
What a call by Fitzwater.
I mean, he could have been second with Kukulon here, but Kukulon, off of turn 4, is going to get his second career win in the Digital Storm Cup Series. And if Fitzwater had Pitt with Kugelon, he might have been there. But then again, if those drivers weren't on that crazy two-stop strategy, we probably never would have saw the wreck with Ferranti.
Yeah. In a way, everything worked out for Kugelon, and Rich just was had to bite the bullet.
So Kugelon officially gets his first win in 2020 here. Since the Dodge Motordrome win he got a year ago, Gray will come home in second, so RCR 1-2. Tyler Fink third, Seth Cole fourth, Jose Mills fifth, Sorlin sixth, McShane seventh, Shelton eighth, Ace Rogers ninth, and Peter Onjak will round out the top 10. Fitzwater gets it back up to 12th with his weird two-stop strategy. Jeff Toledo 15th, Alexander Rowe fell to 16th there at the end. Matthew Logan 23rd, Quinton Moore 24th, Oskin 27th. Rich 23rd, heartbreak for the 23 car. Adam Flickinger 34th, Brommer 35th. Two-stop strategy did not work in their favor. Shelley will come home in 39th. 3 DNFs on the race overall. So without further ado, let's go see what happened to Casey Nanico and then the big one there off of turn 4. This occurred on lap 81. Nanico is going to go into turn 3 here, minding his own business on the top side. And like a similar wreck we saw in the truck race, Ferrani turns down in the Shelley here. He's not clear. That makes contact with Shelley. And Nanico is just going to get clipped. And it spins him around here in turn 3.
Simple as that, gets it back going.
So that is a tough break for Casey Nanico. Now let's take it to the incident that occurred several laps later. All right, so Friesen and Fitzwater on fresher tires here trying to get by, and Friesen is looking under James Shelley here, and he's just going to get into his quarter panel. And that turns James Shelley down into Alex Ferranti, and up the track they go.
And watch this hit. Back into Friesen, into Rogers.
Nowhere for them to go. There's a tough lick for Ferranti. And then Kev Shearer has nowhere to go. He clips the back. LJ Toledo there. Andrew Rich. Joshua Sakuli. All had nowhere they could go.
Ferranti's in the middle of the track, vulnerable. Here comes Zach.
And the 97 just hits Ferranti and then slams into the side of Andrew Rich.
And gets by. Here comes Kugelon.
And Kugelon, after Rich had to come to pit road, ends up your race winner.
And Kugelon had to avoid Sakuli. Watch this. I think we're going to see this right here. Coming back slightly, he's going to take evasive action.
Ooh, and indeed, you're right. There was some contact there with Joshua Sakuli. So that was a little crazy there. That could have given the win to Alex Gray. But Kugelon, officially a 2-time Digital Storm Cup Series winner in his career, both coming at a short track. And Andrew Rich, man, devastating blow for him. Next week, we head to Chicagoland. For the Cup Series, we're eliminating 4 drivers. For the Truck Series, it's just the second race in their round of 12. But next week, we'll find out who the first 4 drivers are that will be eliminated from the Digital Storm Cup Series playoffs. So I will see you guys next week for some 1.5 mile racing.
Signing off.